Hey everyone, Mark with credit.forwealthbuilding.com here with tip number 4 of our 5 ways to improve your credit score. Tip 4 is do not close your credit card accounts. Generally, you should not close a credit card. And the reason why, there's 2 main reasons for that. The first is a big part of your credit score is the average age of the credit you have. And if the credit card you're canceling happens to be an old account, then you're really going to hit your credit hard. If it's a newer account, it's not quite so much. But either way, if you cancel it and it lowers your overall average credit age, it's going to negatively impact your credit score. The second reason is something called the credit utilization ratio, or CRU. Can be negatively affected even though after you cancel your credit card, you still have the exact same amount of credit balance. The problem is you've given up credit limit, and the CRU is a ratio of those. Let's look at an example to help understand this. Let's say, for example, you have 2 credit cards, both of them $500 limits, one of them with a balance of $400, the other with a balance of 0. So you have a total credit balance of $400 and a total credit limit of $1,000. So the CRU, or the credit utilization ratio, is 400 over 1,000, or 40%. You're using 40% of your available credit. Now say you decide to close credit card number 2. You've not acquired any additional debt, but if you look at the ratio now, it's $400 over $500, or your CRU has gone up to 80%. You're now utilizing 80% of your credit available. This is negative on your credit statement. This will cause your credit score to drop. So you need, if you're going to cancel a card, always realize where your CRU ratio is at and make sure you work it in a way by transferring balances as to not have your ratio go over 50%. Now, I realize in real-life situations, there's often times where you do have to close a credit card. And if you have to, then you should take these factors into account. Number 1, only close new accounts. When you have to close a credit card, don't close the oldest one. The account with the most payment and usage history should always be the one that stays open. And if at all possible, focus on closing the new ones instead. Number 2, cancel cards with an annual fee. Don't keep unused credit cards that charge annual fees. Wait until the fees are due before canceling any cards. Call up the company, request to have the fees be waived, and you could also ask that the accounts be switched to a similar card with no annual fee. However, make sure that the credit card company does not close your account and reopen a new one, as this would defeat the purpose of retaining the account for your credit history, because it would be a new account. Number 3, close accounts that aren't pulling their weight. We all have cards, either the customer service isn't responsive, they have higher interest rates, they don't have a good reward system. Whatever the thing is, if it's a dud, obviously get rid of that one before another one. Number 4, if you have to close multiple cards, make sure you do so gradually. You never want to close a whole bunch of accounts all at once, as this kind of activity on your credit report can severely impact the score. So do them slowly, a couple months between closures. Number 5, do not close accounts right before you're going to apply for a loan for a house or a car or anything else. If you know you're going to apply for another major loan in the coming months, put off closing the accounts until afterwards. The damage caused by closing the accounts may only have a minor impact on your credit score, but every little bit helps, and the better your score, the better your chances of getting that loan and the better interest rate you're going to get. So just wait and do it afterwards. Number 6, make sure you close the account, not the bank. If you have trouble with one of your accounts, do your best to pay it off or to transfer the balance before the bank closes it for you. Accounts closed by the banks negatively impact your score. Accounts closed by you not as much. So don't just let the bank close it, make sure you close it. Number 7, keep an eye on the rewards. According to the terms of many cash-back credit cards and travel reward credit cards, customers forfeit their cashback points or miles when they close their accounts. For example, customers only receive cash from the Costco True Earnings American Express card once a year. If you cancel that card before you received your reward check, you won't get anything. Reward point programs are often only available to customers with open accounts. So before you cancel a rewards card, redeem all the cash or points that you have earned. Don't let them go to waste. You worked hard for them. And then finally, tell the banks to mind their own business. When you call to tell them you want to close their card, they're going to ask you why you're closing the account. Unless you want to offer something in return, or unless you're trying to negotiate no annual fee, you don't need to answer this question. Just plainly tell them that you're closing your account and that you don't have time to discuss the reasoning or go into details with him. Thanks for listening. Next tip 5, is coming up in the next video. In the meantime, make sure you check out our site, credit.forwealthbuilding.com, for all of our free information, resources, and videos to help you get your credit score up. Thanks.